New York Comic Con is in full swing, which means that fans everywhere are getting treated to some behind-the-scenes secrets from our favorite properties, including Amazon Prime's The Boys. During the show's panel at NYCC, we got to hear from the cast directly about not only some of their favorite on-set moments, but also which scenes were the toughest to shoot. And boy, some of the stuff they talked about is pretty flippin' awesome. So sit back and relax as we here at Screen Rant take you through some of the behind-the-scenes secrets that we learned about during the Boys panel at New York Comic Con. Let's start off with what might be the most horrific scene in the entirety of Season 2. At least, it's the most horrible once you really think about it for longer than about a minute. That would be the sequence where Stormfront chased Kimiko and her brother through an apartment complex, all the while taking out pretty much every person in her way. As terrible as that moment was, actually filming that sequence was apparently pretty fun behind the scenes.
I agree. That was a really fun day on set because Aya, Avery, and I were singing musicals, and then they would start the take, and we would be smashing each other's heads into the wall. So, okay.
Songs before head bashing. That sounds equally hilarious and intense. Really sounds like the actors have a great time while on set, despite the darker tone of the show. Speaking of having fun on set, one fan question that was asked of Karl Urban, the actor behind Billy Butcher, wanted to know what scene was the most fun for him to film. Urban brought up the scene where he and Starlight were talking about some of the ridiculous things Huey does as part of his hygiene routine. All the while, Huey was unconscious in a hospital bed nearby. It's a simple but rather lovely character moment. Apparently, however, it took Urban a crazy amount of takes to get the type of shampoo correct, constantly saying the wrong thing.
And of course, Jack's just lying there, and I just get it out and he starts giggling and we have to start again. You know?
Oh man, it's so hard to do nothing while Carl says strawberry cheesecake.
Strawberry smoothie, which is simple.
Yeah, it's L'Oreal for Kids strawberry smoothie.
Funny.
He got it in the end, though. However, Urban said it wasn't all fun and games. While he couldn't go into specific details, all to try to avoid spoilers for those of you who haven't gotten a chance to watch the season finale yet, he stated that one scene in the final episode of Season 2 wound up being one of the most difficult scenes that he has ever filmed, which is really saying something considering the guy's career. But which scene is it exactly? Well, as I said, he couldn't really say for sure. So for those of you down in the comments who have seen the finale, why don't you just throw a guess down there and let us know which one you think it is. Just be sure to tag your comment as a spoiler. You know, a common pastime for a lot of us nerds is sitting around discussing which heroes we think could beat the snot out of each other. You know, doing hypothetical battles. And not even the cast of The Boys is immune to this. Though, unlike your normal fans, they have personal stakes in such hypotheticals. Jesse T. Usher, the actor behind A-Train, was asked which other hero from across comics he'd like to see his character take on, and he kept it in the family, as it were, saying that he'd like to take on the big man himself, Homelander.
Let's make it more interesting. If I can take on anyone, I want to take on Homelander. I want to know. I want to know if A-Train is fast enough to maneuver around Homelander to stand a chance against everything that he's bringing to the table. I mean, we know that A-Train's kind of scared of him, but he's pretty strong. He's kind of fast. I think he can take him. Do I know he can take him? No, I have no idea. But I want to see that fight.
That would definitely be a heck of a battle to see go down. I'd be all for it, personally. There is one showdown that a certain member of the cast has to look forward to that he might not exactly be happy about. During episode 6 of season 2, Mother's Milk had an encounter with a certain soup appropriately referred to as love sausage, whose power is one that I can't show in this video without being demonetized, but you know the one. It was quite the struggle, both on screen and behind the scenes, and it might have seemed like a pretty funny, one-off moment. Apparently though, a writer for the show would like to see Love Sausage return, much to actor Laz Alonso's chagrin.
Everyone pay attention to Laz's response and reaction as I say this, which is, last week, a writer pitched that this is not the last time that Mother's Milk and Love Sausage interact.
You know what? That's good. That's good. I want to get him back.
You want to get him back? All right.
I'd be down to see the two face off one more time, as this time, Mother's Milk would know what to expect. Whether or not that helps is still up for debate, but you know, it's something at least. What did you think of what we learned during the Boys New York Comic-Con panel? Have you watched the Season 2 finale yet? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And while you're down there, why not consider subscribing to Screen Rant for more awesome videos about all the goings-on at New York Comic-Con. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.